Hello everyone, Kirk here, Kirk's Motorrad Shop, Crystal Lake, Illinois. Bringing you another do-it-yourself video. This is a video that I did once on a 05 and later model, but there has been quite a bit of confusion when it comes to removing the alarm on the earlier model bikes. And the earlier models being 04, 03, 02, 01. Anything that looks like this, you know, so you got the alarm unit and you got the 12-pin connector, but it's, you know, an earlier bike than an 05. So in order to remove that alarm, it's really the same procedure. It's just you're dealing with one less wire. So in the late model bikes, you got 3 wires to deal with. You've got number 3 and 11 together, and then number 10, 2, and 6 together. In the earlier model bikes, you're only going to have basically 2 pairs of wires connected together. You're going to have 6 and 10 and 3 and 11, and that's it. The other bit of confusion that I've been seeing and I've been hearing a lot of is my key fob still going to work after I remove the alarm? The answer is an emphatic no. It will not work. There might be some way out there on maybe one of the LT forums that you can get the key fob to work by not having this alarm. Maybe there's some other jumping and, you know, special hoops you got to go through in order to get that to work again. I am not familiar with those procedures, and I don't perform those procedures, but I do remove the alarm. So I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, briefly go over one more time how to do this. The guy is not going to have a key fob that's going to work anymore. So you want to make sure that all of your side cases and your top case and your little oddments box or your radio box is open already. So make sure you hit the key fob before you start this. Make sure all of them are open. Or if you have to just use your key manually and do it that way, do it that way. But make sure that those things are all fully open. These are the side cases are going to be open because you're going to have to remove the cover here, and that top case and side case need to come off anyway. But we're going to really just, you know, disconnect this main harness right here, and we're going to verify that the wires, one side of this is going to be going to the alarm, the other side of this is going to be going to the bike. You want to make sure that your splices and everything are not just going to the alarm. I've actually seen these alarms where this connector was the bike side and then this connector here was the alarm side, and you know, when you splice these wires together, well, you're really just splicing the alarm back together. So it does help to fully remove the alarm, just get it out of the bike entirely in order so you can see it better. But that's not what we're doing here. I'm gonna remove this alarm. I am gonna get rid of this thing altogether, and you're gonna see that through the editing video. But basically, so I'm gonna disconnect the 12-pin connector, and I'm gonna use this 12-pin connector as my splice point. I'm gonna cut the wire off of the alarm, and then this is gonna be my splice point. And then all of these other wires that are hooked up to the alarm, we're gonna disconnect those. So you got a wire here that's connected. There's one, and there's another one right next to it. And then we got this one here. Okay, and now we've got the 12 lead one is off, and remember, I think this one here is another wire right here. This one can come off. Yours might look just a little different than this. There might not be all these connections, but really all you're doing is just removing all of the wire connections that go to the alarm, and then we're going to jumper these wires. So let me get this off, and then I will bring it right back here. Well, while I am removing this, if this is something you want me to do on your bike for you, certainly that's a drive-in and drive-out service. I can do that, do this for you. Contact me, kirksmotorrad.com, or at my email, kirk@kirksmotorrad.com. We'll get you squared away. But, alright, we got this zip tie here. Flip out of the way. And, alright, so this is, there's my 12-pin connector. So, like what I was just saying about how the wires can sometimes be reversed, they're actually reversed on this one. So that's why it helps to pull this thing out of the way. Alright. So, now that I've pulled this away, and I said how sometimes the wires are reversed, well, there it is. It is reversed. Here is the wire loom coming off of the bike. That's that side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just go ahead and cut this wire, this connector right off of the alarm, and I'm going to put that alarm right in the garbage. Now so some of the reasons that you want to remove your alarm, one is if you're having a problem. One, if the bike is quit working and you can't figure out why, or the fob is dead and you just, even though you changed the battery, it's not working. Something went wrong in the alarm. The other reason would be, the top reason would be, your battery keeps dying on your bike. It just dies overnight. It's getting drawn down. As these units, they've got that battery pack that's in the unit, and it sucks the battery dry. It requires more and more and more power. Kind of like a politician, just always needing more power. They will just vacuum the voltage right out of your battery, and then you're left stranded. You don't want that. So anyways, here's our thing. We're gonna go ahead and splice these wires together, the ones that need to get spliced, and that is going to be number 3 and 11 and 6 and 10. So on the back of the connector here, there's little numbers there. Make sure you put your glasses on or get a magnifying glass so that you get the right ones. But we got, so here's 6 and 10. We're gonna wind up splicing those together, and then 3 and 11. There's 3, and this one's 11. So number 2 is this this blue and purple wire. We're going to leave that one off on this. If this was an 04, we're going to leave that one off. If you got any questions, do hit me up, Kirk at Kirk's Motorrad. I'll help you through it. But again, just one more time, it is pin 3 and 11 that go together, as well as 6 and 10. Just those on the earlier model LTs. If you've got an 05 and up, it's going to be number 2, 6, and 10. So add number 2 to that mix. So we would take number 2, tie that in as well, and now we're going to, once you plug it back into the connector here on the bike, your bike's going to start up and be very normal. It's just going to be like a normal bike with no alarm, because you're not going to have an alarm anymore. I hope this video has helped you guys out a little bit, cleared up a few questions. If you do have any other issues or anything, hit me up, and I'll try to help you through it as best as I can. But in this case, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.